Most profitable week of my entire life. The amazing and the horrible things that happened. What's up, guys? This is episode 6815, and I've never made so much money in my entire life. I'm with 23,000 reals in my bank account, and it has never seen over 3,000 in its whole life. And I've never made over 10K. So yeah, like I mean, in the total sum of the last 4 years, I have probably made 20K in total, and I've made 20K only this week. And that happened because I had a student. He is very known in the digital marketing I don't know. Among the digital marketing people, he has a great audience, and he's an actual authority. And he reposted a story. Actually, he posted a picture in the class with me in the meet, and the subtitle was something like this: "Let's get super advanced in English with the great John Zabini," and he marked me. And like my story got a 10x more views. And another friend of mine, Aitor, I've talked about him a lot of times already, and he called me mid-class with this student, Fogassa, it's his name, Gabriel Fogassa, and he called me, and he like said, delete every story you have and create a sequence of stories totally written, explaining why Fogassa is the greatest in spying for digital marketing, because he actually is, and he only is that because he drinks clean water, because United States is the biggest digital internet marketing market in the world, the most advanced one and sophisticated one. So if you study from the American experts, you will be years ahead of most people here in Brazil. But for that, you have to have fluent English, and basically that was it. And I did a CTA call to action. DM me, and I've got like 15 appointments of experimental classes, and over 3 or 4 or even 5 new students in a plan of 6 months. So these 20K are for our 6 months payments, like on cash, all those 6 months. And I have more 2 or 3 students that pay a monthly subscription. So instead of paying it all, they pay month by month. Actually, each 4 weeks is not actually a month. And so I'm making, I don't know, 2K a month, and I have these 20K in the bank that I'll use to reinvest and have more students. I'm planning to have between 6 and 8 students per day, and obviously I'm planning to also like put some students together, so I'll even be more profitable, right? My hour will be even more expensive, and that is amazing. Like I've never made so much money, and I'm very excited because like I'm out of misery. I'm out of money misery finally, right? I'm not in my hair growth. I wanna have that old style money. It's gonna take a while, and until then, my hair's gonna look like, it's gonna look a little uglier, right? It's not very ugly, but it's harder to to comb it, and also that's why I'm using this cap. But the horrible parts were the following. First of all, I failed 75 hard, right? But I didn't restart it, so I'm still doing it, and I didn't restart counting 2. Let me explain. As I'm not doing the diet part and the book part of the challenge, you have to read a non-fiction book, like a business or self-development or something like to actually learn out of the book. a book meant to have a lot of teachings, a lot of knowledge actually, and not just a novel. I'm not following this. I'm not following the picture your progress things either, and I'm not following any diet. So it's not the 75 hard originally. Anyways, so I was keeping the 1 hour and a half of exercise, and in the original challenge you'd have to do two sessions of 45 minutes each, and one of them at least should have to be, must have to be outside, outdoors, and I wasn't following this either. So basically, it's not a 75 hard challenge originally. So the only thing that I was following was you have to do everything in the day. If you sleep and if you sleep at night, even if you sleep without wanting it, it's over. And I did it some 2 or 3 times this week or last week, I don't remember. And I simply did the rest of the things I had to do for the past day. So a little bit of water I had to drink, or not the exercise. I was doing the exercise every day. This was the part I actually followed, or some pages of the book I had to read, and that was because I wasn't being organized. So I was letting to do all the 3 things at like midnight. So I went to sleep for over a week at 1 p.m. or past 1 p.m. and I was waking up at 6 or 7 tops. So because of this, I simply took naps at night without wanting it. So I technically failed it. Yeah, in reality, I actually failed it. I didn't do the things I had to do within the day without sleeping and fasting on the other day. But I chose to not follow it because that's not as it isn't the original challenge. I'm not gonna restart it. I want to do it again this year, like the original challenge, with the diet, with everything. And if I fail in one of the things, I really will have to restart, and this is way harder. But I'm gonna finish the 75 days doing the challenge. And something else, which is way worse, is that in some days I'm not doing one of the 3 things and letting it stack to the other day. So instead of exercising 1 hour and a half, I exercise 3 hours tomorrow, or I drink 8 liters of water tomorrow, which is 2 gallons, or I read 2 or 20 or 30 pages of a book. That's not correct, but I'm flexibilizing. I'm flexibilizing, or I'm being flexible in this challenge, right? Because of that. And my English is being shitty. I don't know what's happening. I'm an English teacher. I have to have a perfect English and vocabulary and all that shit. I guess it's because I'm not recording videos so constantly, and I have to do it. So yeah, I found myself in business, be an English teacher, and to teach people that actually have money and will use it to make even more money. So it's worth the investment, so I can charge a lot. And in the future, obviously, do something scalable, like a course or group mentorship, anything like that, and actually create audience, YouTube and Instagram, TikTok, everything. A newsletter, a blog, everything. So yeah, even probably a mastermind of Brazilian entrepreneurs that want to have networking or travel in America or globally. So they have to speak English, they have to talk in English, or they have weekly sessions of conversation classes and all that. That will be amazing too. I'll just have to see if my public will be receptive to that, like they will really like it and attend to the sessions, and if they will do all that thing. You see that? You see that? Yeah. and I have to lose weight, right? Like as fast as possible, really. Or I will fight in Kumite in a category above of weight, right? So over 75 kilos, which is heavy as hell because I I get I get spanked in my own category. So imagine in an above category, way harder, right? I win, I place first, but I get hit a lot. Like I get spanked sometimes because I'm not very good in kumite. My thing is kata, right? And I'm training a lot to kata. To next year compete with the black belts. And the black belt category, which the name in Brazil is special category. We have the new category and the special category. The special is the one that actually counts. New doesn't count. You can be, but like it's only worth anything if you're a child, right? If you're not, it doesn't like it's not very impressive. It's not even if you place like first of the Brazilian Championship. It's not like as impressive as placing third or fourth in special in Brazilian Championship, right? So yeah, so these are the great and the not so great things that happen in this week. I have a lot of students right now, so in my week something like this: 3-4, 3-4, 3-4. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. And I have space for more, 3 or 4 or 5 students, so that's great. And I have another student that will pay me 1,400 a month, and other 2 students that will pay 600 each, one 600 and other 650. And I guess I have some other that will pay monthly, and obviously the others that paid all the amount. So, and I have some others that are planning to enter that I've already talked, and they're hot. They're conscious. They're conscious that they need it, right? And my method is the best. So I have like one of the best services there are possibly for an internet entrepreneur that has money, right? Or anyone that has money and wants to invest in their English learning without so I don't know the word in English, but the franchises, what they do is they keep you years there teaching you grammar and theory shit that even in America an American doesn't know how to explain those shit. And they keep you years there paying monthly subscriptions, and like month by month you pay like 200-300 bucks, and you don't actually learn, right? And with me is a 6-month progress, which will have my student will have at least the same or more improvement as 4 years in any other method. And like any franchise, any course that's pre-recorded and it's not personalized to you and it's not focused on conversation, or a group mentorship that there's like 50 people and you have to do conversation, but it's like 50 people, so you don't actually have any personalized thing and you don't actually talk. So I'm way better than those, right? Which are it's David versus Goliath here. It's David, the one that's starting, that's not dominating in the market, and Goliath, the franchise billionaire market in Brazil, right? And actually multi-billionaire. So yeah, and multiple billions a year. Actually, that's how much money English teaching makes in Brazil. Multiple billions. And I'm not exaggerating. Millions and tens of millions of people in Brazil spend some money month by month in English learning. whether it's an online course or a franchise or a private feature. So tens of millions of. So yeah, it's a multi-billionaire market, and I wanna like confront these giants, right? So yeah, that's it. So basically, this was my week, and I'm hoping as I mentioned probably before, I gave up on that triathlon thing. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. I postponed it because I'm not gonna be able to run an actual like over 10K a month online English business and English teaching business and train for karate and also train for triathlon, right? So I'm gonna just postpone it and start it probably next semester or next year. Who knows it? I'll have, of course, more money. I will probably, depending on how much money I'll be making, I'll probably I'll probably have already moved to Sao Paulo, because the networking there is huge, right? So this is one of the reasons, and yeah, so that's it. I'm a single entrepreneur and single in all of the yeah, I'm flexing and single in all of the meanings, right? Romantical and of business of having a team actually. So yeah, I can go wherever I want, and actually I'm a European citizen, and I have fluent English and I have Spanish, so I can go almost anywhere I go. I just depend on the money, right? Go and live and do whatever I want. Yeah, and I'm young and I'm strong. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. See you in the next video.